Hey folks, this is Vincent Idley with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play Dice City, which is a 2 to 4 player game, which is all about building a city. What you're going to be doing is starting off with a city with spaces already etched into them, and then throughout the game you're going to be buying these cards to place over top of them, sort of like upgrades. Different spaces do different things. The green ones, for the most part, give you resources. There are 3 resources in the game. There's wood, stone, and iron, and there's tokens back here to be given to players as they get them. There's also red spaces which act as military. Military can do a number of things. Military can be turned in on that turn to attack these bandits over here, which give you victory points. Militia can also be used to disable spaces on an opponent's board so that they can't use them. The other thing that militia can be used for is to take resources from them. It's 2 militia per resource. You've also got these purple spaces, which give you victory points, and these blue ones re-roll this die. So it's just a way of, I guess, just re-roll the die. But you can also, again, cover up these spaces. They're not color dependent. So you can use these cards. Let's say you decide to build a lumber mill, which gives you 2 wood instead of the standard 1, which you get from a forest. You could, if you want, just cover this up like so, and this 1 lumber becomes a 2 lumber space. Or if you think, you know what, I don't feel like attacking my opponent or being very militia-y, which is definitely a word, I can just cover up these red spaces and focus more on resource generation. Or if I do feel kind of mean that day, if I'm, having a bad hair day, or I slammed my hand in a door, whatever, I've got regular army that I can put down, and there's upgrade cards that let you do that, watchtowers and training camps. You can cover up resource spaces so that there's a greater chance of you rolling this particular space so that you can, well, do more military-like things. How do you activate spaces? Well, each player has 5 dice. There's black, blue, red, yellow, and white, and at the beginning of the game you're going to roll all 5 and put them in their appropriate spaces. The rows are colored and the columns are numbered. So you've got white, yellow, red, blue, and black per the outside of the board here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you roll a white 2, for example, you want to find the white row, second column, and put it there. So on your turn, there's a number of different things you can do. You have to do them in order. And here's a reference sheet for the first part of your turn. Using your dice. So one thing that you can do with your dice is you can just remove it and activate the space that it's on. So this says get stone. So if I were to activate that die, I would get 1 stone token from the bank. Okay, pretty simple stuff. And I can activate this 6 and get a wood. I can activate this 3 and re-roll this die. I can activate this 5, add an army, add 1 military to your army, that kind of thing. I can also give up a die to move another die to an adjacent space on that row. So I could give up this 2 to move this 6 over to the 5 column. Okay, let's say I don't like where the red one is. Let's say I really want militia this turn. I can give up the white one to move the red one 1 space to either side and get military. Okay, that's another thing you can do. You can discard 4 of the location cards in the display. So these are the 8 random build cards that you would get from this deck at the beginning of the game. If you don't like any of them, you can give up a die to discard 4 of them and deal 4 more out. Okay? Another thing, you can only do that once per turn. Another thing you can do is reactivate a deactivated location. So let's say that Ida Lee attacked me at some point and deactivated this space. I could remove my 2 and get rid of that. Okay? Lastly, pass and gain a pass token. So there are pass tokens in this game, like this. So let's say I didn't want to do anything with this 2. I just pass, so I take 1 of these. For every 2 that you have, you can do different actions. So in addition to using your dice, you may spend 2 pass tokens to take one of the following actions, as many times as you have 2 pass tokens to do so. Gain 1 resource of your choice, increase your army strength by 1 for that turn, or force all other players to re-roll 1 of their dice of your choice. This happens in clockwise order starting from your left. It's just Ida Lee and I playing, so if I do that, she would have to re-roll 1 die. Okay? So that for the most part, is the gist of the game. You're going to be resolving dice first, then you're going to use your army strength to either get bandits or do something to the other player. After that, you're going to be using the resources that you have to build something if you want. You can turn in, let's say, if you want to build a watchtower, the resources that you need are in their upper right-hand corner. So I would need a wood, a stone, and an iron to do that, and then I can put that down. And you can build as many buildings as you want to, so as long as you've got the resources to do it. And then lastly, end of turn step, this is where cleanup occurs. You would also re-roll all of your dice, put them back on the board, and that way you can think about what you're going to do for your next turn while your opponent is taking their turn. And there are some other miscellaneous rules that I didn't get to, but that about sums it up. Okay? So Idleys let me be first player, so I guess I'll start the game off. Come over here. And
I have one question.
Sure, what's up?
Sorry. What does this ability mean?
Good question. The bazaars, it says disable token. So you can disable the bazaar to get all 3 resources, a wood, stone, and iron ore.
So you put this card anywhere?
Well, yeah. Whenever you build this card, let's say you decide to put it here. Whenever you build it, you would need a wood and an iron to do that.
Yeah.
You can disable this building to get wood, iron, and stone from the bank.
So you can attack yourself?
Yes, you would be disabling your bazaar to get those resources. That's a lot of resources.
Is it a one-time?
No, because remember, in a future turn, you can remove your die to get rid of this. So this is like you can use me, but you're going to have to, in order to get me back, you're going to have to work for it.
Okay, so if I rolled a 1 and this was already disabled, I wouldn't be able to get those resources again?
Correct, but what you could do is, let's keep your 1 there, and let's say, on a previous turn, let's say you had used this and gotten your resources, and then you rolled a 1 for your next turn. You could give up your red 1 to remove the disable token, and then you could use your white 1 to use that building again. And then once you use it, you get your resources, and then you disable it again.
But how would you disable it if I had no militia?
No. It's telling you to disable it. I didn't disable it for you. You disabled it yourself. Again.
But don't I have to have an army to disable it?
No, you don't. This just says disable it. That just means put a disable token on it to get those resources. That's all it's saying.
Okay, so if I didn't have this, right?
Okay, if you didn't have this,
and I removed that.
No, you wouldn't even do that. Just let's say you just wanted to. You want these resources?
Yeah.
Okay. Remove the white 1.
Oh, remove the white 1 and disable it.
And disable it, and then you would get wood, stone, and iron. Okay.
And then on a future turn. If I landed on 1 again.
Right. You wouldn't be able to use it unless you used another die to clear this off.
And then I can use it
again? And then you can use it again. This is just like, okay, you can use this building again, but you have to spend another die to get rid of it.
Okay.
Is all that is.
I see.
Think of it as this guy at the bazaar isn't there all the time.
Yeah.
So you're getting your resources from him, and then he leaves.
I see.
And you're spending a die to get him to come back. Think of it that way.
I see.
Does that make any sense?
Sure. I'm going to burn that card.
You're going to burn that card. Yeah, there's a lot of different cards here. Town Hall and Cemetery, Training Camp. If you need to see any of these cards.
One other question, I'm sorry. It says use the ability of any location in your city. Does that mean a card has to be on it?
Yes, so let's say, let's say that my Town Hall was here.
Yeah.
But I wanted iron.
Oh, so you can do that?
I can, it just says use. Basically, you can use the ability of any, if I use my white 2, I can use anything I've got.
I see. I thought it had to have a card on it. Sorry.
What do you mean?
Like, I thought
it
would have to have a card.
Well, I mean, it'd be better, because these cards are usually an upgrade of what's...
What's the difference between these cards and those cards?
These?
Yeah.
These are always here. Meaning that at the beginning of the game, there's just a supply of regular army, mine, lumber mill, quarry. These are always here for you to purchase.
Oh, and
these are randomized from the deck. These are not always going to be the same cards that come up every
so they're all the same? Those?
These? Oh, no, these are all the same, yes. These are all mine cards. These are all lumber mill cards. These are all quarry. These are all regular army cards.
Oh. Interesting. And these, anything that has these means that...
Those are victory points for the end of the game.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
This also means that if you attack your opponent and get more than the shield here, like military, like this says 5 shield on it.
You would need 5.
You would need 5 military to disable that building. But if you do, you get the victory points listed via these tokens back here.
One time use?
One time, yeah, one time.
Oh.
So you can keep attacking it. But again, your military resets at the end of every turn, so you'd have to get another 5 or more to do it again.
Alright, I see now. Okay. Are we re-rolling or...
No, we're going to keep it. That's fine. Okay. So, I'm going to just activate... I'm going to activate this 2 to get a stone. I'm going to... Oh, and I didn't mention this, but you can only have 1 of each resource at the end of your turn. You can't bank resources, except for 1 of each type. You can bank pass tokens, as many as you want, but you can't bank... resources, more than 1.
And if you store it, can a person steal it?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, that's rough.
I'm gonna get wood, and I'm gonna get iron, and this says to re-roll this die. I'll go ahead and do that. 3 again. I gotta re-roll. 4.
Militia.
So I've got militia. So I'm going to give up these 2 to get 2 militia. Question is, what am I going to do with it? Unfortunately, the bandits need 3 or more. So that means if I'm going to use militia, I'd have to attack you and get resources. You have no resources. So what I can do is I can disable 2 of your spaces.
Can you disable stuff that I'm already on? Or no?
I could, but I don't know if I want to be that mean about it. Yeah, because this is your first game, I'm not going to do that.
No, you can. I don't care.
That's fine. Oh, you cannot attack a location that does not have a defense value. Oh, okay, so I can't actually do that. I cannot attack locations that don't have a defense value, so I can't disable those.
Oh, interesting.
So my militia then would go to waste. So what I would do instead, maybe, is give up 1 die. I can give up my 4 to move this one to the right.
Oh, nice.
And get an iron instead when I activate that. So now I've got this. So the next part is, do I want to... I have no military to spend. I've got 2 iron. Now I lose 1 iron at the end of this because I've got 2. Right? So because I can only bank 1 of each resource. So I may want to buy something from here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy a mine for 2. I use these 2 tokens here to buy this mine, which costs 2. And I can put it anywhere I want to. I'm going to go ahead and put it over top this militia space, because I don't really care for militia. I like my economy.
Yeah, economy.
And at the end of my turn, I discard down to at least 1 of... Okay, so I've got 1 wood and 1 stone. I don't discard anything. I roll. I assign yellow 6... blue 1, red 6, black 5, and white 6. Lots of 6s there. And that ends my turn. And now you get to go. You get to resolve your dice.
Okay. Oh, man. Alright. This is tough. Okay, so I have 3 iron and 1 wood. Right?
Yeah, if you choose to activate those spaces.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you activate them, just remove the die, just so we can keep track.
Okay, so...
1 iron.
Iron.
Yep.
Iron. Iron Man.
Wow, lots of iron.
And 1 wood.
1 wood. Okay, now you've got 1 military.
Stupid militia.
Now, again, you can pass if you're not going to do anything with that. The only thing that you could attack on my board is
that,
this.
But it's not higher than 1.
It's right. It's a 2, so you wouldn't be able to attack it.
Yeah.
To get a resource, you need at least 2 militia, which you don't have, and you don't have enough militia for this. So what you could do is take a pass token.
Yeah.
Bank that so that when you get 2 of them, you can do one of those pass actions by turning in 2 of them.
Yeah, I might actually do that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else you could do with it, honestly.
No.
Okay.
You could have done the same thing, right?
I could have with those 2 militia, but I wanted resources.
Yeah.
Oh, this just stays on your. Yeah, you just keep that here.
Oops.
It's like it's like a resource. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay.
So now you get to buy stuff.
3 wood. I mean 3 iron and 1 wood.
Right now, your iron is going to go down at the end of your turn to 1. So it would behoove you to spend 2 of your iron if you can.
Yes, it will. Ooh. That's a good one. Oh, man.
The training camp. All bandits get -1 strength to a minimum of 1. Now, buying the training camp, that would bring you down to 2 iron. But, I mean, what you could do is you could buy a training camp and a mine. The mine is 2 iron.
Yeah. Which one was the attack one?
This is regular army. Add 2 military to your army instead of 1. Add 2 strength instead of 1.
Whoa.
So, yeah, you could do a training camp and a regular army. You could do a mine or a training camp. Whatever you want to do. Or the bazaar.
I don't like the bazaar because that's like an extra turn wasted.
Yeah, but you get a lot of resources, though. That's the thing.
That's true. Alright, I'm going to get 2 iron.
Which one, the mine or the regular army?
The mine.
Okay.
And
you can put that anywhere you want.
Put that... Sorry.
You're fine.
Put that there.
Okay. And so you get rid of 2 iron, and now you've got...
a wood and an iron.
A wood and iron left. So do you want to bank that for a future turn, or do you want to spend that now?
I'm going to spend it now. I'm going to buy... What am I going to buy? I'm going to buy... It's either the training camp or the... Training camp.
The training camp is...
Or the training camp, yeah.
Yeah.
The training camp.
The training camp? Okay.
That's reduces banded thingies.
Yeah.
One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my one. And I will put that... Oh, so it doesn't... It only takes effect when you land on it?
Yes. That's the draw of this game. Like, you can add more red to your board to increase your odds and your chances of ruling those spaces.
Yeah.
Or you can opt for a mix, or you can opt for more green stuff, or purple stuff to get... Or green stuff will give you resources, purple stuff will get you victory points, like this manner.
Can I move this one?
Yeah, you can move it. Go ahead.
Sorry.
It's a casual game. I don't care.
I'm sure in a real game you can't do that.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Okay, so you're done then?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll all 5 of your dice and go and assign them. And then while you're doing that, I'm going to figure out what I want to do with mine. Oof. Okay, so this says get iron. Do that. This says get wood. I think I'll do that. This says to get stone. I'll do that. This says to get wood and iron. I'll just take all the resources, wood and iron. Mm-hmm. Okay, now I gotta buy stuff or else I start... I've got 3 wood, 2 stone, and 2 iron. So I really need to start spending these. Otherwise I lose them. So let's come over here and look at the different buildings that I've got. Well, reroll this die and any number of your other unused dice. Blacksmith, all your army locations provide additional strength. Wow, that's nice. Mm-hmm. But I've already covered up 1 space, so if I'm not going to go the blacksmith route probably. Town hall, use the location or use the ability of any location in your city. That's actually really nice, and I could buy it. The manor gets me 2 victory points. You know what? I think I like that, because if I roll this, I can use the mine ability and get 2 iron out of it. Mm-hmm. So okay, so I'm going to spend 2 iron and 2 stone and 1 iron, and I've got 1 iron and 1 wood left. So I'm just going to put this here. Sure. And I've got a wood and an iron left, so the question is, what am I going to spend? Another town hall. I don't think there's much I could do a training camp, but again, that's military. No, I'm going to pass. So there's nothing else I can build. And then lastly, I'm just going to roll my dice, and it is now your turn. So blue 1.
I got a wood. And what is this, a stone?
Okay. Once you get the groove,
Yeah.
it goes by pretty quick.
And I have 2 victory points?
Yeah. You can, if you want to keep those, sure. So yeah, just take a 2-star. There you go.
Okay. And for this one, sorry.
You're fine.
I'm going to, can I steal a resource?
You need 2 malicious strength to do that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So with 1 malicious strength, there's not much you can do.
Yeah, so
you can
I'll
pass and take a pass token. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
There you go.
You spend
Now.
Okay. Now, I have 2 wood, an iron, and a stone.
Now, do you want to use your pass token for anything, or are you good? You've got 2 pass tokens. You can gain 1 resource of your choice. Force all other players to re-roll one of their dice of your choice. Or just gain 1 army strength, which won't do you any good. So if you want a resource of a particular type, you can get that.
What's available? What's this one?
That is a well. Re-roll this die in any number of other unused dice. So if you don't like what you rolled and you landed on this, you can re-roll the die. So if you have this and you had a die here, you would take that die and any other dice that you wanted to re-roll them that you haven't used so far.
Okay, what else can I spend? What's this one?
Watchtower. Anything in red is military.
Oh, I like that one too.
If you decide to go the bandit route, that would help you out.
That is, and then I'd have store, and you have 1. Okay, so then, okay.
And for the record, the game ends. Oh yeah, cemetery. You can disable this. Use the ability of any location on this row. So you would, like the bazaar, you would disable it for that turn, but you can use any space that you wanted on that row instead. The game ends, by the way, when all the bandits have been cleared, when 2 of the 3 trade ships have been cleared, or when this runs out, or as an optional, if I have an upgraded building on 2 rows, like if I have an upgrading building on all black spaces and an upgraded building on all blue spaces, that I could choose to end the game if I wanted to. It's optional.
Man. Alright. Alright. Alright.
Alright.
Sorry.
Alright.
I'm going to spend on the blacks. No, wait. No, not that one. This
The
one.
watchtower?
Yeah.
So 1 of each resource. You've got 2 wood. Yep, so you're good. There you go. And that leaves you with 1 wood.
1 wood left. Add 3 to your army that can only be used to attack bandits.
Okay, so if you're going after bandits, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Where am I gonna put this? I'll put it here.
There you go. Over top of the reroll die.
Yeah, I don't care about rerolling.
There you go.
I get what the game gives me.
Yeah, there you go. YOLO. All right, and if you're done, you can reroll your dice.
Oh yeah. I wish there was like a little box so that things can't go everywhere. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you can roll it in here if you want. This is what the dice insert tray looks like, by the way, in case you were curious.
6.
And on average, this game takes about 45 minutes. I don't think I mentioned that. A little bit longer if you're new to it. All right, so I'm going to add to your army. Well, I want these. This is wood. Well, let me see what's available first off. Alright, so I'm going to grab this for wood. And I'm going to take 1 victory point. And so I'm going to take wood and iron here. And I'm going to take a pass token for this military. And as far as building goes, I have no militia to spend. I'm going to spend, let's see, I've got 3 wood and 2 iron. So I need to start spending that if I can. Alright, I'm going to spend 2 of this wood on a lumber mill. I'm going to put that, I guess I'll put that here. And I've got 2 iron, so I'm going to spend 2 iron on this mine.
Yes.
And I will put this, guess I'll put it here. Or actually I'll just put it over top. That's fine. Again, I'm not really interested in militaries, as you can see, so I'm covering up like every space. So now I've got 1 pass token and 1 wood. So I'm just going to roll these. 1, and then you can go whenever you're ready.
I got an iron. I mean a stone.
Okay.
I always get those mixed up.
You're fine.
Iron, and then another iron, and then another wood.
Wow, look at you. And then you've got a yellow 4 there, which does what?
All bandits get -1.
Ooh. Does it give you any military strength?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's unfortunate.
So you'd have to take a pass token on that one?
Yeah. I was gonna increase army strength by 1, but it still wouldn't matter because it would have only had 2.
Well, if you take it to... oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, but wait a second. Hold on. Yeah, I do want to take it to pass. Is there a limit?
No, you can have as many as you want.
Wow, nice. Okay. Okay, so...
You've got 2 iron, 2 wood, 1 stone.
Okay, so I think I'm going to... It's just tough.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Okay. Okay, I got an idea. I'm going to... Which was this one?
Town Hall. You can use the location, or you can use the ability of any location in your city.
That's only if you land on it, though.
That's only if you land on it. But it may happen.
I might... Sorry. I'm gonna spend for the... All your army locations provide an additional...
The blacksmith?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll put that... put that here, I guess. And for 2 wood, I'm gonna get an economy thingy.
2 wood. Okay. Lumber.
Lumber. And I'll put it right here. So I'm always rolling a stupid one.
Or 6s. Yeah. Alright, so you're out of resources?
Yep.
Anything else you want to do? You got 3 pass tokens, but... I think the pass tokens are spent during the use dice step, so you'd have to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
That's fine. Okay, so you can roll those and assign them, and I'll do my turn. I get an iron for that one.
So every time you land on a card that has a star on it, that means you get...
No, that's just how many points you get at the end of the game. At the end of the game, you look at all your buildings that have a star and get victory points.
Oh, I see, I see. The only time that it's a one-time use is if you manage to defeat it?
Correct, in military. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll take the stone.
Oh my god. I'm like rolling the same stuff over and over.
I'm gonna re-roll this die. 4, re-roll this die. 6. Well, I guess I'll take iron, wood. So 2 iron and 1 wood. I need more stone is what I need. Okay, so what am I going to spend stuff on? This, I need a stone. Alright, I'm going to buy the bazaar, I think.
Nice.
For its wood and iron. And I will put that... I've got a lot of iron, so I'm going to put that there. And I've got 2 iron left, 1 wood and 1 stone.
I was going to say ongoing. Other cards on this row have a +2 Shield.
It's a Great Wall, yeah.
Interesting.
Cemetery. Use the ability of any location on this row. That would help me to get other things. Well...
I wish you could trade resources in this. That'd be nice. Although you'd sweep me out under the rug.
Nah, you're fine. I might actually do the cemetery. So wood and... You know what? No, I want to save... I'm going to save my stone. Because I don't... There's not a whole lot of stone I'm getting. I'm going to spend 2 iron instead to get another mine. And put that... I'll just cover up, reroll this die right there. Okay, and then I just roll my dice.
I have stone, 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 and an iron, and that's it.
Okay.
Oh, and 1 victory point.
Oh, good job.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend... Ooh, dang. Oh, man. No. Okay, I'm gonna spend a 2 stone thingy.
2 stone?
Yeah.
For this quarry?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll put it here.
Okay. And that leaves you with a stone and an iron left?
Yep. The stone and the iron.
You could do the well.
What is that one again?
Lets you re-roll dice.
Dice. And any number of your other unused dice.
So if you don't like where they landed, lets you re-roll. Assuming you land on it.
Yeah, no.
The game starts off a little slow.
Sorry.
No. I'm just saying it starts off slow, but as you get more and more upgraded cards on your board, you start raking in resources or military, and you're able to just sweep everything. So it starts out slow, but toward the end, it's, you know, it's pretty fast-paced.
I might actually buy this and
put it... I don't know where you're going to put it.
I will put it. Oh my gosh. There's so many strategies to take. Like, it's ridiculous. I thought this game was going to be super linear, but it's very thinky.
It is thinky.
I kind of like it. But it's giving me heart palpitations.
All games give you heart palpitations.
Yeah, they do. Sweaty hands. It's either here or...
What do you want, dog?
Or here. Oh, man. If I do that, I sacrifice. Okay. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna put it... I'll put it here.
Cool.
Okay. Sorry.
You're fine. So is there anything... I guess there's something else you're going to do, right?
Yeah. I think. Sorry, I was like wondering what I could have done.
No, you could have done a lot, but...
Yeah, I could have. But nah.
So I'm going to go ahead and do my turn.
Yeah.
I got stone here, which I definitely need. There's wood here, which I'll take. There's a victory point, and wood. Do I need a lot of wood? I don't. But... See, you're getting a lot of victory points over there. I don't like that.
It's those purple thingies. Oh.
See, I could... What would I, well, first of all, what would I buy? The cathedral is worth 1 victory point for each quill location on this row, which is like Great Wall, any other purple card, basically. Some of these cards are crap.
Yeah.
I might want to invest in a quarry so that I can start getting more stone. Alright, let's do this. I'll do 2 victory points and a wood. I'm not going to move stuff around. And 2. And then I'll do a quarry and a lumber mill. By turning in 2 of each.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put the quarry here and the wood. That's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna roll and then you can go.
I have stone, and a wood here. And a victory point. Actually, hold on, wait. Yeah, a victory point. Question.
Okay.
I should have asked this earlier.
Okay.
This card.
Okay.
It says add 3 to army.
Add 3 to your army that can only be used. Yeah, so you can use this as an attack.
So it adds. I don't have to be on an army thingy.
No.
That adds.
No,
militia.
this adds 3. Yeah, so basically that gives you 3 army, but only 3 army that you can use against bandits.
Okay, so can I?
Yes,
can I attack
you could.
This guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? I just hold on to him.
Yeah. You just hold on to that for the end of the game. That's worth victory points.
Okay, prisoners.
Yeah, I guess.
Ensue.
Or just corpses, whatever. If you don't want prisoners, I guess.
Oh, I figured you could steal it.
I can't now.
You can't. Okay, then
No.
yeah, they're corpses.
You got 2 stone and 1 wood left.
Yeah, 2 stone.
Now you can turn in past tokens to get a resource if you need it.
I was thinking that. Alright. You're right though, these cards are such terrible stuff.
Yeah.
I hate that this one didn't give me militia. I almost want to replace that one.
Mm.
It's so pointless. Other cards in this row have +2.
Well, do you have to land on this to do it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
All bandits get -1 to a minimum of 1.
So not only do I have to land on militia, I also have to land on this one.
Yeah, but think of the
Think of the corpses that
yeah,
can pile up.
yeah. If you get a lot more of those, yeah.
A lot more militia. All right, 2 stone, 1 wood. So the cemetery. Use the ability of any location on this row. I'm going to get a stone quarry thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna replace. Actually, sorry, I'm thinking.
Take your time.
I would have 1 different pose. It would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry. Okay. So that, and I'm going to spend 2 pass tokens
Okay.
to get another wood.
Okay.
And spend 2 wood for
To
2
get
wood.
okay, lumberjack or lumber mill.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
And if I stack this, can I stack it for 4?
Nah. If you replace a card, then it's you have to discard the old one.
Yeah, I figured. And I'll do that just in case. Yeah.
All right. So there's about 40 minutes into the video already, so we're going to put a cut here, and then we'll come back toward the end of the game, and we'll give you our final thoughts. So stay tuned. And we're back. So we've been playing off camera for about half an hour now, and we're getting close to the end of the game. So we figured we'd pick it back up again. It's my turn. I've got a lot of options here. I've got 5 purple cards up here that do various things, mostly victory point related. This one lets me do basically anything. Use the ability of any location in your city, which is really good. I've got a lumber mill, and a storehouse. Pay 1 of any resource, get 3 of that resource. So I got to figure out, what am I going to do with all of the options that I've got? My Merchant Guild is disabled, having used it on a prior turn. And the Merchant Guild, for those of you that don't know, disable it. For each harvest location on this row, a harvest location being something like this, it says harvest on the bottom, you get 1 of the type of resource it produces. So if I were to use it, I would get 1 wood, 1 stone, 1 iron. So I've been putting all of my harvest cards on 1 row where the Merchant Guild is, so as I use this, I would get a ton of resources. So that's been working out pretty well for me. But anyway, getting back to my turn. This one says get 1 victory point for every 2 resource of the same type that you have. So I'm probably going to do that last. Okay, so what building might I want to buy? This grand statue looks nice. Pay up to 3 stone or iron when you build grand statue. Get 1 victory point for each resource paid. I might... Okay, so I'm actually going to trade in stone, I think. Pay 1 of any resource, right? And get 3 of that resource. So I get 1, so I get 2. 2 free ones. Okay, so then I'm going to harvest wood for 2 wood. She just got a mint, which gives you, all your harvest buildings get an extra resource, which is really powerful. I really wanted that card, considering that I'm all economy over here. I can get another 2 wood. I can use the ability of any location in your city.
I'm sorry, real quick. You would still have to land on one of the harvests, those.
Yeah, I'd probably have to land on that, yeah. But still, I would, yeah. But you can move dice around, too, by giving them up to do various things. So, wow. Alright, so I'm going to get 2 wood from here, right? And then, for this ability, use the ability of any location in your city. I was thinking about the marketplace. The marketplace says, pay 1 or 2 of any 1 resource. For each 1 paid, get 2 of another resource. So, I'm going to trade in 2 wood that I just harvested to get, I get 2 for 1, 2 for the other. So I might take 2 iron and 2, I guess what would I need the most of for any buildings that I might want? I guess I'll take 2 more stone. So now I've got that gone. And now it says get 1 victory point for every 2 resource of the same type. So I've got...
Oh my gosh, again.
Yeah, I did this before. So I have 2 stone, 2 wood, 2 iron. So it's 4 victory points.
Oh my gosh.
And the dog is like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm surprised. I gotta wonder if they can hear that when she does that.
I think
she is extremely loud. Okay, well anyway. So... She sounds like Frankenstein.
She sounds like a big fart.
yeah, maybe.
She does.
Okay, so the grand statue, I pay 1 stone and 1 iron.
Oh my gosh.
And it says when you build it, you can pay up to 3 stone or iron when you build it to get 1 more victory point for each resource paid. But the question is, I can also buy this cathedral. I might be able to do both if I have enough resources. The cathedral gives me 1 victory point for each purple location in that row. I've got purple, 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 purple on purpose. I was going to throw the cathedral somewhere in here, and that would be worth 5 victory points. Which, you would trade in 6 here to get 5, so the trade-off, this is better than this. But it's only because my cards are all...
Yeah.
So I might buy this first. And that would be 1 wood, 2 stone, and 2 iron. Okay. So at the end of the game, this would be worth 5 victory points. Now I've completed a row as well. One more complete row, and I can end the game anytime I want to. So I'm just going to fill this up. Grand statue. I think I was going to do that anyway.
Oh my gosh.
So I was going to, yeah, so there's wood and stone to buy this. I'm going to trade in 2 stone to get 2 more victory points out of that.
Oh, you can do that?
Well, it says pay up to 3,
Oh.
stone or iron when you build. You get 1 victory point. So
oh, I thought it was exactly 3.
No, up to. Yeah, so I'm paying to build it, and now I'm going to pay extra to get victory points.
Nice.
So that's 2 more. And I'm going to throw that actually just down here. It doesn't matter. Okay, and I've got 2 complete rows now.
Yep.
So,
the game's finished.
well, yeah, I'm just going to end the game. I gotta wonder though if I wonder if the game ends immediately or if it's.
I don't know. It sounds like it.
Oh no, equal number of turns. Since I was the start player, you would get 1 final turn. So yeah, I think I've accomplished what I set out to do. So go ahead and resolve your turn and see if you can get a lot of victory points out of this.
Absolutely.
You've got a lot of bandits over there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'll discard that one to do this and buy another bandit card, I guess.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
For the 2 additional and the -1 shield, so that's 2 hits on the bandit.
Okay, cool. So you've got what, a hit.
Yeah.
So that's 2 strength, but -1 because of the card.
Yeah.
So you got another bandit.
And I'll get 2 wood and buy a lumber mill just for the heck of it.
Okay.
And I'll complete 1 row just to say that I completed it.
Very good. That's good. Okay. All right, so that ends the game. So now we count up our victory points.
Oh, yeah.
What we do is we count up the stars that we have off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
We count up the buildings that we have in the bottom right. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 5. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And then 30... 33, 35, 37, 39, 40, 42, 45, 47. Oh, and this trade ship is 52.
Wow. I concede.
You concede.
I don't even want to embarrass myself.
No, come on. What'd you get?
I got 4 here.
Okay, 4, okay.
4 here. Should I count the buildings or the cards first?
It doesn't matter. So you got 4.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Is that a 4? I can't read it.
4, yeah.
It's, what did I leave off?
23.
Okay, so 27, and then 29, 32.
30, so both 30s.
35. So 35, roughly?
You know, my mistake was I thought these gave stars. The harvest stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So,
no, usually the purple ones do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was tough.
Would you... I love this game. And my focus was economy. Like, yours was military for the most part.
I was trying to keep it
like,
balanced.
You did have a mix, because you did buy a lot of these, too.
Yeah, I wanted to do both. I wanted to do, like, both military and economy. And it just... Like, my strategy was super off.
While we're talking, folks, sorry, I'm going to make you seasick here. I'm going to show you the board so you can see what I've got, and then I'll show you what she has. Just so you can see the different strategies in this game.
Yeah.
As you can see, this row was dedicated to this cathedral. The cathedral basically is a bonus saying for every quill symbol that you have, and the quill symbols are in the top left.
Yeah.
So I was trying to make this like a victory point row.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know what I was doing with. This one was dedicated to the Merchant Guild. The Merchant Guild, for each harvest location, which I had 4 of them. I was going to add another one here at some point. You basically get 1 of each resource listed. So I get 1 wood, 1 stone, 1 iron. Every time I use this, I have to disable it, but still, it's 4 resources in 1 card, which was, that's pretty decent. This one didn't really matter, and then this one was just sort of like a miscellaneous yellow like the bazaars would give me resources. The storehouse, pay 1 to get any 3 markets, pay 1 or 2. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways I can get resources down here. And then over here you had... I don't laugh, you're fine.
Over here. I'll explain my strategy. Over here, I wanted the edges to be all green and the middle to be kind of red, like military, but these cards that kept coming up were terrible.
Were they?
Yeah. Like, I kind of wish that those, like, maybe there was like a top row of all red, a middle row of all purple.
I see what you're saying.
Another, like, I wish they were more spread out.
Your strategy was bandits from the looks of it.
Yeah,
you had a lot of bandits over there.
It was definitely bandit related.
You didn't really attack me much. I was surprised. You had a lot of military to do that.
Yeah, but I didn't know, like, I didn't want to think about your chain because your chain was too much for me. It was too complicated. So I didn't want to calculate that and, like, prolong the game. And I just skipped you.
I see. You could have asked. I would have helped, but that's okay.
Nah.
But no, that was a good first approach. You've never played this game before. I've played it, I think, 2 or 3 times at this point.
It's tough.
Would you play it again, though?
No, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I love the whole dice rolling, the city building. I love the card aspect. I love the resource.
Okay.
I do not like the cards themselves.
What about the cards?
I hate the... I don't know. There's something about it.
The art?
No. I hate the descriptions on them. Like, for some reason, I don't feel like they... like... Oh, gosh, it's so hard to explain.
It's your opinion. You're allowed to have an opinion.
I don't know. Like, I don't like that we can't stack up resources because these cards are, like, really expensive.
These are hard to get, these trade ships. I could have gotten these, but what I was chaining over here was actually more lucrative than me buying these.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the cards, the description of the cards. They were very similar. There was a lot of repetitive ones that was frustrating. And
this game does have like a couple of expansions.
Does
you can believe it. Yeah, that adds more to the game. I don't know if you'd like those. I don't have them.
I probably would.
Would you? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? But, and I don't like the moving around. It's not as linear as I thought it would be. Like, I thought you could only replace it with the red and the green with the greens. The blue with the
I see what you're saying. But you have more freedom. But that freedom is what I like.
I don't like that freedom.
Well, it depends.
Options.
Is that what your problem is? Because you have too many options?
You can shoot yourself in the foot without even knowing it until later on when it's too late to come back.
How so? How would you shoot yourself in the foot?
Like, if you... I don't know, if you put all military by accident without even realizing it, and then it's like, oh crap, I can't buy any other building because I don't have any resources.
Yeah, but then your military would wipe out those bandits and you'd end the game with a lot of victory points. So, I don't know, your opinion is absolutely valid. I personally love this game.
Yeah.
I love the strategy. I love the freedom. I love the idea that if I want to be mean, I can be mean. If I just want to concentrate on gathering resources... and doing trade ships, I can do that. If I want to concentrate on victory points, I can do that. If I want a combination of economy and victory points like I just did here, I could do that. So I love how free this game is in that regard. And I would play this again for sure. I always do.
I thought it was going to be like a more of like either bingo related or city building related. But it was really about resource management. Holy crap.
Well, there was some resource management involved.
Yep.
It stinks that you can't store more than one at the end of your turn. But that's for balance purposes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd be able to hoard all of these resources and then just get all these trade ships and win the game.
That's true.
So, well, anyway, that was Dice City. If you guys want to see another run-through of this, let me know. More than likely, Vinny would be jumping in on this one instead of idly. But hey, everyone's entitled to an opinion, and that's what makes us gamers unique.
It's not to say I don't enjoy the game. I enjoy every game I play with you.
I see. See how she does that? So yeah, if you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. If I remember, I'll put a link in the below description to Dice City. On Amazon, and then if you buy it there, I'll get a cutback of that. No cost to you, but it does help support me. This is Vincent Idley. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
Bye.